What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So the MTZ Interceptor and the WSP Swarm got a nerf, and I got some brand new loadouts for you guys that you guys need to use right now to dominate the game of Warzone. So if you guys are interested in this video, drop a like and watch this video because I have some crazy class setups, one you might not be expecting. I want you guys to follow along. So the first gun that we're going to be taking a look at is an SMG. It's the brand new HRM-9 SMG, and I got a banger class setup for you guys. So if you guys did not know, they added a brand new attachment to the muzzle category, and if you guys go to the Jack BFB, it's available to everybody. Look at the attachment bonus that you get for the recoil control. 60% added additional recoil gun kick control is ridiculous. On top of that, 40% vertical recoil control is insanity. You see on the bottom right, you guys can see the ADS. It's obviously affected, but we're going to compensate that by adding the no stock. This is going to increase your mobility by a substantial amount. 18.5% to the crouch movement speed, as well as 7% to the movement speed, which is great. So add on the no stock right there. You're also going to add a barrel, obviously, and go into the Princeps long barrel. You're going to equip this. It's going to add 30% to the bullet velocity, 25% to the effective damage ranges and stuff like that. Go on to the magazine and add on the 50 round magazine. It is a necessary attachment because obviously without that you're stuck with 30. So you definitely want to put on the 50 round magazine. For the underbarrel, you have two choices. You can add on the DR6 hand stop, which is going to increase your mobility even more. So you can add that on, and I'll show you guys what it looks like with this build right here. It's a fantastic build. It's a fantastic build. If you want more ability, use that. Or you can put on the Bruen Heavy Support Grip to even further enhance the recoil pattern. It's amazing. This is one of the best SMGs in the game, so I would recommend you guys to get this in multiplayer and rank it up fully. This is the #1 class setup for the HRM-9 new SMG that was added into MWIII Warzone. Going on to my second SMG is going to be the WSP9. The WSP9 it's a staple weapon in my loadouts. I use this in every single one of my loadouts, and you guys need to use it right now. So the first attachment we're going to be taking a look at is a stock. Go to the stock and add on the WSP Classics factory stock. It's a very stable attachment. As you guys can see right here, the recoil control pattern is ridiculous. Look at that. Vertical recoil control, 30.9%. Ridiculous. 22% to the horizontal recoil control, and then 9% to the recoil gun kick control. So put that on right there. Put the optic and add on anything for your preference. Slate reflector, Slimline Pro, whatever the case may be, but I'm using the Mark III reflector. Next attachment is going to be the barrel. Go to the WSP Reckless 90 long barrel. It's going to increase your bullet velocity by 6%, as well as increasing your effective damage range by 12%. So put that on right there. Next attachment we're going to be taking a look at is the muzzle. You would be tempted to add on this attachment right here, the brand new attachment, but to be honest, this gun has literally no recoil, so go all the way to the right and find the Bruen Cubic Comp. This is going to reduce your recoil by a substantial amount as well, while only reducing your ADS by 15%. Compared to the new attachment, it's going to decrease your handling by a lot. You might as well just put this on to further stabilize the weapon. And then go on to the magazine, add on a 50 round magazine. This is a staple weapon in my eyes. Honestly, you could treat this like a freaking assault rifle. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is my #1 class setup for the WSP9. Copy this one right now. Going on to my third gun right here, it's going to be the Bruen MK9. Now, the LMGs is a little bit debatable here, so let me just go over this really quick. You have the META, which is great. You can look up an attachment, you can look up a video for a class of video, and you'll find one. I'm not going to cover that in today's video. You have the brand new LMG, which is fantastic, but the damage kind of falls off a little bit at certain ranges. You have the DG58, which is absolute dog water. You have the TAC Eradicator, which is still a good choice. But I thought to myself, you know, the Bruen, it's honestly, in my opinion, one of the best LMGs in the game over the META. So I'm going to show you guys how to build a banger class setup right now. Starting with the optic, obviously you're going to add on the Koryo Eagle's Eye 2.5X. Go to the barrel and add on the FT Veracity LR barrel. It's going to increase your bullet velocity, effective damage range. This is the best barrel for this specific weapon. Go to the muzzle and add on the Spirit Fire Suppressor. It's going to increase your damage range, bullet velocity. You guys might be tempted to use the new, like I said, the attachment right here, but this gun needs a suppressor. This needs an extra bullet velocity and a damage range attachment, so definitely put this on right here. Go to the underbarrel and add on the Bruen Heavy Support Grip. Now, you might see that they actually added some vertical recoil control, vertical recoil negatives to this thing, but to be honest, it's still a banger attachment for pretty much all of your weapons, so definitely put that on. And then finally, go to the rear grip and add on the Stip 40 grip. It's going to increase your recoil control and gun kick control by 7% across the board. And this is my #1 class setup for the Bruen MK9, probably the best LMG in the game. Arguably, I think people would say the META is the best gun in the game, but I think this just mixed with the fire rate alone, it's just a banger class setup. And they brought this back for a reason. Back in Verdansk, this was the best gun, one of the best guns in the game, and so they brought it back rightfully, and this is the #1 class setup for the Bruen MK9, so give it a go. Going on to the assault rifles, we have the Ram-7. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to build a banger class setup. Let's start with the muzzle. We're going to definitely put on the brand new attachment. Now, the Ram-7 already has no recoil, but if you have been watching clips on Twitter, you guys will find clips that are ridiculous with the Ram-7 that has absolutely no recoil. People beaming people across the map. It's absolutely ridiculous. So this attachment is going to do that for you. So the Jack BFB, put that on for your muzzle. Go to the barrel and add on the Cronin Headwind Long Barrel. This is going Headwind. I don't know how you pronounce it. Okay, I know people are gonna call me out. Headwind Long Barrel. Increases your bullet velocity by 25.5%, 21% to the effective damage range. There's another attachment. I think it's this one right here, the Ephesus full stop barrel. But to be honest, who cares about the hip? Who cares about the hip fire? You don't really care about that. So put this on right here, the Headwind Long Barrel. We're not gonna put an optic on. We're just not gonna do that because this thing, you will find it has a really clean iron sights along with this gun. So definitely you don't need that. Go to the magazine and on a 40 round or a 60 round. I prefer the 60 round just because if you're playing duos, trios, or quads, you definitely want to put that on. Go to the underbarrel and add on the Bruen Heavy Support Grip, and then go to the magazine, add on the 60 round, and then go on to the rear grip and add on the Retort 90 grip tape. Weird name for that. But let me show you guys the recoil pattern on this build right here. The thing doesn't move. Like, that is just ridiculous. The fact that it's just so stable, and you even have more ammo in the reserve. The fact that you can do that with this build, you're going to impress your friends, and you're going to have people call you a hacker with a no recoil script because this thing goes crazy. So copy this class setup. That is my #1 Ram-7, my personal #1 Ram-7 class setup for Warzone. Number 5, it's a weird one. It's a weird one, but it's been working for me. I made this in my second top 5 loadout video. The TR-76 Geist. What in the world? Like, you would never imagine, but this thing bangs. So the reason why I have this on is because of the new attachment. So the new attachment we're taking a look at is this one right here. The TR-76 has a decent amount of recoil, but with this attachment here, it's going to further enhance like the recoil pattern. Essentially, you're going to be able to kind of control the recoil pattern more efficiently, and that's what you want with this build. So go on the barrel and add on the Bruen MK9 Heavy Support, or Bruen MK9 Heavy Barrel. That's a weird name for that, but as you guys can see, the benefits that you get for this attachment is significant. And then we're gonna stack some crazy attachments with this thing. So add on the Bruen Heavy Support Grip for the TR-76 Geist. Go on to the optic and add on the Coreal Eagle's Eye 2.5X, and then go on to the magazine, add on a 45 round magazine. For some odd reason, this thing busses. Like, I can't explain it. I don't know why, but when you guys go to the game, you'll find that it's actually pretty good. It's the attachment. It's the Jack BFB attachment. And when you stack all the other attachments with this thing, it's crazy. I mean, what's the damage profile? Let me look at it. 44 to the head, 35 to the upper torso, 34 to the lower torso, and 32 to the upper legs. I mean, you can't ask for anything better. So that is my #1 class setup. Give it a go. I mean, I would recommend you guys to give it a try. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you guys do drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my video tomorrow.